Hello children, hope you are fit and sound at your homes. This is Malagar from SD Public School. Today I am here to know about cell. Today we'll know about cell. As you hear cell, what comes in your mind? Perhaps the cells which are used in torches, watches, remotes of ACs and TVs and many more gadgets means electrical cell. No, not those cells. Today we will discuss the living cell. So let's start the chapter 8 of science, cell structure and function. Now the question arises, what is cell? Children, as you all know, a house is made up of small bricks. All living things are made up of small bricks or compartments. These are called cells. A small plant to big tree, all are made up of small units. All animals, small or big, also made up of small fundamental units. And these fundamental units of animals and plants, of all the living things, are called cells. So children, cell is the basic unit of life. We can define cell as the structural and functional unit of all the living things. Now let's talk about the discovery of cell. An English scientist, Sir Robert Hooke, discovered the cell in 1665 by studying the slices of cork under a crude microscope. Now, which instrument is used to study cell nowadays? As cells are microscopic, very small structure and cannot be seen by naked eyes. It can be seen only with the help of compound microscope. Its magnification power is 100 to 1500 times. So children, another more advanced device is electron microscope. What's that? Electron microscope, which is used to observe internal parts, means cell organelles of the cell. Its magnification power is 1 lakh to 5 lakh times. Now children, as you all know, in the nature different types of organisms are present. So on the basis of cellular structure, on the basis of number of cells, they are divided into unicellular and multicellular organisms. What are unicellular organisms? The organisms made up of single cell are called unicellular organisms. For example, amoeba, paramecium, etc. The organisms made of many cells are called multicellular organisms. For example, grasses, trees, insects, birds, fish, animals and plants. In this living world, different levels of organizations are there. What are those levels? Starting from the cell, then tissue, then organ system, and then organism. So a group of similar cells that perform a specific function is called tissue. For example, muscular tissue, nervous tissue, epithelial tissue, etc. A group of similar tissue form an organ. For example, liver, stomach, heart, etc. All the organs that work together form an organ system. For example, digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, etc. And various organ systems make an organism. So children, you must have understood the cell is the smallest and the organism is the largest level of living organization. Our next topic is cell number, shape and size. It varies in all the organisms depending upon their function and structure. Cell number. The number of cells in the body of different organisms is different according to the size of the organism, as they may be as few as in algae or as many as in the higher plants and animals. Now shape. Cells may be spherical, oval, elongated, branched or irregular. As we see, red blood cells are spherical in shape, osteocytes or bone cell and white blood cells are irregular, nerve cells are elongated and muscle cells are spindle shaped. Now let's see size. It varies from very small like bacterial cell, that is 0.01 to 0.5 micromu, to very large as an ostrich egg, that is 170 by 135 millimeter. Now children, let's know about the main parts of the cell. A typical cell consists of three main parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm and the nucleus. Cell membrane is the outer covering of the cell and nucleus is the control center. The part between the cell membrane and nucleus is filled with the cytoplasm. So children, in the next video we will study more about the cell. Thank you. Thanks for watching.